welcome to EPs and LPs with
Cokes and
Obi. Yes, today is another special day, and we're going to let our guest introduce herself to you.
Hi, my name is Cill, and I'm hanging out with these two amazing people. See how your colors blend. Like,
Thank you.
Like three of us actually.
we have
it's going
coordination
actually.
going on.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to have Cill on our
mean-
podcast today because she is our first female guest.
Yes, actually.
I'm not special like that. I mean, I'm not special like that.
Yeah, welcome, man. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
How you doing, though? Hope you're doing okay.
I'm calm. Like it's the beginning of the year. I'm trying not to put myself under any pressure. I'm just
That's the spirit, actually.
starting slow, gradually, and then we'll build momentum.
Good.
That's good.
Is there anything you're like looking forward to or hoping for this year?
Every musician's dream. I want to be seen. I want to be known much more than I am, and I want my music to go far this year. What else? Yeah, bigger stages, bigger faces, bigger pages, bigger paychecks.
Nice. That's good.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah, speaking about your music, like, tell us, how did you actually start? When did you get music? How did that come about?
Well, how did I start? I don't know that I actually started music. I think it was just something that I found along the way.
Okay.
My parents, my family is kind of like a music family. Everybody sings except one person. And so my dad used to like play a lot of country music. So music kind of found me.
Oh, nice.
But then like doing music full time was in 2016, I think. Yeah, 2017 actually. I resigned a job I was at in 2016 and then I started full time.
Wow, so big move, big girl moves.
Yes.
Very
I mean,
good.
I had to.
That's
No
nice.
regrets.
Yeah, I mean, like, I won't lie, you're doing pretty good. Like, I love a lot of your songs.
love your music.
Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into So,
You're
like,
doing great.
so yeah, well, so ever since, because I really do appreciate a lot of your music, but I want to know, do you actually write all your songs? Like,
Yes, like
Yes.
I
Every
do-
single line.
every single line.
That is
Like,
Wow.
great.
good.
everything. I think maybe the only song that I would say I didn't write every single line is my first single. That's because I was trying
That's
to.
the
like,
baby girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she knows.
You're doing mine?
Well, so I was trying to get a Yoruba line, and I didn't know I didn't know Yoruba so much, even though I served in Yoruba land. So I needed someone to give me the correct interpretation. So it wasn't like a new line; it was just a translation.
Okay. So that still counts. You can still say every single line.
Yes.
Okay. So what I really actually want to know, your very first single, Baby Girl, and there's another single that you did in another language. Is that your language? Is that where you're from?
Which song?
I don't know the language that you did it in. I can't remember. I think it's Obodo.
Oh, Obodo.
Right, yes.
That's I'm Igbo actually.
Oh, so that song is in Igbo.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure what language that was. What is it? What is it? No, I'm Nigerian, but I wasn't sure.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm Yoruba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right. So sorry.
It's not fair enough. I beg.
So what does Obodo mean? And what did that song mean?
Well, Obodo essentially, like, literally means town, city, town, like a country. Obodo. Sometimes you refer to like abroad as Obodo Yibo, like. But like in the context of the song, Obodo is like the Nigerian dream, like the wish that every Nigerian has when they wake up in the morning, when you try to like grind and all of that.
Okay, so daily 2K anthem, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
great.
good, actually.
And from your first single, was that the first song you ever recorded?
No.
So what was your very first song you ever?
I'm sure like every artist has in their banks and
Oh
stuff.
my God, no,
Probably haven't
actually.
been released that ever
We're
first
taking you down memory lane.
The first song I ever recorded. Oh my God.
No, please tell us.
Oh my God.
I'm in for this tea.
Woo! God, you guys are I actually recorded when I was in school. There was this guy called Excel. Was his name Excel? I can't remember now. He was a producer, and I remember paying him 6,000.
Oh, yes.
This guy produced the hell out of the song.
No,
He
the
put
hell out
his
of the
sweat and his
Aw.
he was so
Pussy.
like passionate. Like the guy
that's
really
great,
did an
actually.
amazing job. The title of the song was
What was it?
Oh my
Tell her.
God.
God, you people don't kill me. I'm glad there's no evidence online. I can lie. But okay, let's be truthful. The title was.
We're not, you know, we
Why
won't
is
judge.
it making me laugh?
I'm gonna find this song. I promise.
The title of the song was Match Poison.
What? What? A march or match?
Like step on.
Oh, match.
Yeah. That's you know.
Oh, like
that
jazz.
song. Like I didn't know why people liked it. Like my.
Oh, people
room.
liked it.
Yes, my room.
Oh,
Then
you
actually,
let people hear it.
there was a producer in Benin that heard it.
Let us hear it.
No, I don't
No,
even have
no.
it anymore. I don't think I
Oh.
have it. Oh, maybe I
You
do.
do.
I don't know where it
Let's
is.
hear it.
I've checked my mail. So
Match Poison.
Match Poison. It actually is. It's actually the title is funny, but it's actually,
How did
actually a
you?
deep song.
How did you come up with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so back then I started playing the guitar, and it was the first song I ever wrote with the guitar, and I was just trying to like vibe with my siblings. So my mom, we had finished from church, and my mom was carrying a flask, and she wanted to take water from inside because like you can store cold water in it, and it was
Okay, cool.
like really hot. So she tasted it, and she's like, it tastes like foil.
Like foil.
Yeah, so I was like,
Okay.
oh no, don't worry, it's okay. And then next thing I started singing, even if you match poison, mama, I no go harm you at all.
Okay.
Like that's the chorus.
Okay.
And then we just started singing. My brothers joined,
Wow, that's
and I was like,
cool.
and then I went back to school after the holidays, and I was like, guys, come and hear my song that is just. And they're like, oh my god, they love it, like. And then even the producer in Benin then like sent it to radio station. That one particular radio station.
They played it.
Wow.
Oh.
But I never owned it.
No, you
I
had
was
to
just-
let us hear it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, we might as well. A lot of people have played it. No, we won't share it. We'll just listen.
You know
Just-
when wannabe Beyonce? Those were like that's in the past, like. So,
Wow,
yeah.
wow. So, okay, so you said you played the guitar, like, that's when you started, that was the first instrument?
Yes.
Is that the only instrument you play?
Apart from my voice, yes.
Solid voice still. That's good.
Okay. With the guitar, were you self-taught or how did you?
Yeah,
how did you
actually,
pick that
I
up?
actually picked it up because there were a lot of people playing the guitar in school. Then I think I was in 100 level, and then there were just a lot of people. And the fact that you can just pick up the guitar and just start playing, we don't need electricity. No, Nigeria.
True.
Sorry, Nigeria.
Also, yes.
And it wasn't easy to learn, but it was easy to have, to own a guitar, borrow even from friends. So initially I would just like learn like by watching those people play, and then there was this book, one guitar book that shows you how to position.
Okay.
And that was how I learned.
Oh, cool. Okay. Very nice.
Okay, so I think now at this point, what I want you to actually explain to people that don't feel attention. It's just like your sound, basically, because I know you have you've tapped into different genres, but would you say there's one that is your sound?
That is my sound.
Or how would you describe?
Yeah, describe it.
I would describe my sound as soul because it's like an extension of me, and because I can't really say that because I'm experimenting a lot with different genres, so I can't really say this is the name. It's essentially an extension of like what I sound like in those different genres.
Okay.
So I call it soul.
Oh, so like
part of me.
you just combine the different like.
Yeah, like it's a fusion.
Okay.
Okay, so it's more of a combination, or like you're
Different
trying
genres.
out different sounds.
Yes.
So are you doing different ones, or you're combining everything?
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not combining everything. I
Okay.
don't know how that.
Maybe like
Wait,
a
that'd be
glitch of
interesting.
everything.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Yeah.
well, I think that the basic sound is alternative, and then there is some Afro fusion
Okay.
going on there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's my interpretation of those things. I think that's what makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love Afro everything.
Everything,
Afro
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, Afro.
But out of all of the sounds that you experimented with and you tried, which one would you say is your favorite?
I think it's the Afro fusion because I love groove. I love African sounds,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
it's just rich.
I get
Yeah, it's just
I agree. I get that too,
yeah.
especially with Afrobeats. I think once you're black, you kind of just.
I mean, it's
tune
just
with, like,
yes, exactly. Your blood.
yeah, dance,
blood
my
stream.
music. Yeah.
So, all your songs, do you produce? Like, have you ever been part of production?
Yes. Learn from Excel. Did you learn from?
Was you like have any experience at least?
I think
even
the closest
studios?
to production is I started learning how to mix, and I'm not really passionate about like production,
Okay,
like
okay.
creating, but more of posts, like after the production, trying to balance the sound, make it sound good. I like to clean things up.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's probably why I also like got into video editing, because I just want to see how chaos comes together. Like,
Make it all look
Yeah.
good. So that's like mixing and mastering,
yes,
right?
mixing.
Okay. And so in the process of mixing and mastering, or when you're in the studio, what's the craziest situation that you've been in? Wildest, funniest, craziest.
Yeah.
Craziest. Oh god.
Situation
Okay,
you've
yeah,
been
this one
into.
was really annoying because I just started learning how to mix. I don't know how to explain this thing in layman's terms, but there's a thing you do where once you bring in the vocals into like a channel, you want to clean, like you want to. If you use Fruity Loops, FL is very complicated. It's not like there's some
That's
that are
the
less
editing software.
Yeah, there's some that are less complicated. And so on this day, I spent time cleaning, removing the noise. Then I even like pitch corrected sounds
Balance,
that
yeah.
like when you think of like in some parts.
Oh,
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened.
Oh.
It just disappeared. And you cannot undo on FL, like you can only undo one step.
Your
Oh,
chest.
There are some that you can do like as
Yeah,
many steps,
multiple.
but you can undo as many steps. But it's just like the last step, and I like it. Like
Oh,
What did you?
I can
No,
feel
did
your
you?
pain.
Because at that point, I felt like that happened to me.
I just did
You just have to go to bed.
Yeah, like
Like, just go sleep.
and it was in the middle of the night. So when you're like, oh my god, I'm getting this thing.
my God.
I'm getting
Okay,
somewhere,
yeah.
and then oops, where did it go?
Ah.
Oh my god, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? You're looking. Oh my god, I had to start again. But I liked the fact that I later appreciated the fact that I started again, because then I was doing trial and error. The first time I was doing trial and error. Second time I made sure that I knew what I was doing and I wasn't just like speculating. Yeah.
I guess so. There was an advantage to that.
Yeah, there was. But
It's funny how life literally one way or another, everybody experiences something similar. Like this similar happened to me. Like it wasn't up to 2 weeks ago. I was editing a video at work. Gosh, I don't know how I was into this. I don't know how the devil used my leg and because I changed the plug for the CPU and that. I was like this for like 2 minutes, just staring like God, please.
oh,
God, please.
I feel your pain.
And there's no autosave
And there was-
with these
Yo.
saves.
It's like you just go in and it closes the door. When you want to open the door again, it's going to tell you that it's only once you can open this door. You open this door the first time, what you're looking for is not there. What will you do?
Ah, damn.
So annoying.
I get that sometimes with like Word documents and stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
But like, thank God for autosave these days. Because
Yeah.
if I lost work, I mean, I would just go sleep.
I mean, there was autosave on that software, like the video editing, but it was far back. I was like, well, what to do? I still have to get back to it.
Okay, no.
So, speaking back about your music, remember you did a concert recently. Okay, before we get into that concert,
Okay.
Okay.
was that your
Why-
first?
No, I
Do you want to ask me right now? Because, no.
Hobby.
I exposed
You're on
you.
like probation or something already.
See, yeah,
maybe she
okay.
should ask the question.
Let me, okay.
Alright. Let me ask it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First, I want to know, was that your first concert that you did?
Actually, no, that was my second concert, but that was my first first ticketed concert.
Oh, okay, that's good.
The first
that's
time
good.
it was, I think.
Okay, like for the lack of context, so that people understand why all that was happening.
Yes.
So I'll just expose myself here.
Yeah, tell on yourself. Go on,
Yeah.
tell us.
So I was invited to the concert and I really, really wanted to be there. Tried my
up.
best.
Louder for the
What
people
that
in the
TikTok?
back.
But like,
Entertaining.
but you know how,
Speak up.
see, I just blame it on being a Nigerian. You know how we have Nigerian time. And I don't know why, I just thought it was going to be
So
Nigerian time.
they pulled an Ashake on you.
Yeah, he came at
came
the
on
end
time.
of the show. He came after the show.
Oh
Before
my
you were
God,
gonna
when
be
they were
late.
packing up, I was like,
And he was just like, oh my God, is it done? I said,
was
no.
like-
I didn't know
There's
about the
batch
show,
two.
by the way.
I was like,
There's batch 2.
So I'm not among them.
yeah, but I'm really sorry. You
You're
know
not
that I didn't mean to miss the show, but
But
yeah.
okay, it's okay. You're
No.
gonna make it.
We
up.
will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll definitely.
We'll be making up to
Yeah,
it,
so,
definitely.
but how was it though? Like, tell us about
How
it.
did you
was
find
it?
that? Yeah.
Especially compared to the first one.
Well, it was really good. First, like when you're doing a free show, it's like people show up, they support you. But when you're doing a paid show, like you don't know what to expect. Like there's that. Are they gonna buy tickets? Are they, if they buy tickets, are they going to show up?
Yeah.
You know. But people showed up, and
That's good. I mean,
it was just beautiful, and like I'm encouraged to do more
Carry
of
on.
what I'm doing.
yeah, guys. Yes, Something Silly is the EP. You check it out. Sillyverse was the concert. It's just been in my head since I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, like both are silly, so
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
So is that like your favorite subtract to go with? Silly, like.
I think it just started off with what started me using my name to create things around myself was my WhatsApp group with my fans. So I
Oh,
created
you
a
have a
WhatsApp
fan
group.
group.
Yeah,
You have to add us to it.
As in, definitely.
Although I closed this because I couldn't come. I was like, this is too much. I think I'll bring it back. But like, so I had a WhatsApp group, and one day they were just like, so I was like, oh, what are we gonna call this group? And I started. The name was Family, Cill Family, something like that. And then people started bringing up names, Sidiva, and no, we landed at Silicon Valley.
I was about to say I don't know what comes to Silly Files.
It was so cool. Like I was like, Silicon Valley. We're gonna take that and use that for like
For a bit.
before like I shut down.
So what were you on now? It was Silicon Valley before?
Yeah,
you
it's
went-
that's where it was. Like, so I mean,
Please add us. Which I was
with
good.
C, like with a C, I know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured, but
No,
that's cool
good.
still.
Okay.
Okay.
So in terms of what would you say has been the highlight of your music journey so far? Your favorite part of it?
Highlights would be putting out my EP because like it took so long. You won't believe
How long did it take?
I did like Something Silly is a different version of where I started, like what I started working on when I thought about an EP. So I was working with this guy, and you know how, let me not badmouth, but you know how producers can be. It was just a lot of back and forth. I had to end that and start afresh.
Oh, wow.
So like, and then I started in I think it was 2020, around November or around October. I met the producer of Obodo, Noel. I met him through we had a songwriting boot camp. But you know all those virtual things they used to do during the lockdown.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
come by
Yeah,
songwriting.
yeah.
And then so we created a WhatsApp group after, and everybody was introducing themselves. So I introduced myself, and he just DM'd me and said, I know you have followed your music. Oh my God, I want to work with you. So I'm like, okay, let's work.
Yeah.
And it was a good time because I just like gave up on the last producer. So and then I started working with him, and I also worked with Case Beats and a guy called Mela. And those were the people that like I started working on the project with again. And I think it took about, we were done by, to be fair, we're done by maybe February of 2021. But the whole mixing, I had about mixing engineer, he wasn't giving what I wanted, and then eventually Johnny Joe was the person that eventually mixed the project. So like and it was just
So he did the
yes,
that
mixing
EP.
and mastering.
Oh, that's so nice.
good,
Yes. You're so lucky.
So,
That's so
Frank,
nice.
I don't know that both of you have a song together.
We do, funny
But it's not
enough.
out, is it?
It is in his project though.
Oh, which the one that he's got out?
It's in
What's it called?
Before We Fall Asleep. Oh. There's a song called Sister. Oh.
Okay, no.
There's a song called Sister
So wait,
that
okay,
has
tell us
my
about the song.
voice
Tell us
in
about
it.
the song. Don't mind
Okay,
me.
so-
How did that happen? Lead up to that.
Well, Johnny has always been my producer. Like the only time I didn't work with him was this project. But you know, sometimes we get into songwriting, and before We Fall Asleep, I was part of the songwriters. He wanted me to. He actually sent me the song one evening and said, "Oh, he wants to write a song about sisterhood," and he wrote the first verse and wanted me to help write second verse or completely. So I was like, okay, because I'm an only girl, I just said I would write something that I wish my brothers, said to me, and then I wrote it. And then when he was working on it in the studio, he was like, I think you should, feature on the song, and that was just it. That's how I got on the track.
Wow. Well, in my defense, I haven't listened. Not like I don't want to listen to. I actually really appreciate Johnny Joe. He's a really good vocalist, but I haven't. Yeah, no, don't blame me.
There's so many people that say that to me. I have why?
No, see, there's no justification, honestly. There's no justification. I'm not even gonna go on about it, but
you should listen to it.
Yeah, just cause I promise I will, especially sister.
Right, it's for you.
And for Johnny as well. Shout out Johnny as well.
More for you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Nothing against the other guy.
Wait,
I'm not here.
No, neither am I.
I guess it's just girl, women's
I'm more
like
nothing. But yeah, okay. So, in terms of work that you've done so far, in terms of your music, what would you say has been the most challenging part for you so far?
Still the EP.
Oh yes.
It's both the high points and it's because of the amount of work that was invested in it and the time and the back and forth and times when you would give up and say, what, this is not working, maybe we should just
try something
maybe we should go and sell tomatoes. Joking. But it was so stressful. And then I think the turning point was when I met the producer that I met, and then my friend Cultural offered me his studio space to record, so everything just started moving fast. But before then, it was so stressful. It was so demanding. I was giving up, but I'm happy. I learned a lot through that period, and I think moving forward, I think it's become easier. Right now, I can say that I have another project ready. It's just a matter of cleaning it up and also getting people to be featured on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you next, because I noticed you don't feature a lot of artists.
No, that's not true.
Unless if you bunch of them in your bands.
Something silly was about me. So
yes, and
then it was my debut project, and I wanted to I wanted people to hear me first, but
good,
moving on, I want to work with other people.
I think so. Leading on from that is who are you? Let's have it.
Well, I woke up one day and I felt like having Mayoko on a song, on the song Gold, remixing Gold would be so perfect. I don't know where the idea came from, but I was like, Mayoko is such an amazing songwriter. He's very wordy, right, on an Afrobeat tune. So I felt like he would be perfect on that song. And I was just like, maybe I should shoot my shot, but I don't know where the shot is landing.
Gold is
you
a
miss
really good
100%
the shots you don't take, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And no, honestly, I feel like you should, because Gold, oh my God. I feel, this is me being very honest with you. First time I listened to Gold, I found myself freestyling. I was like, let me tell you, I'm going to start my music career. I work on that remix still. Because Gold, it's arguably my favorite song on the EP. I'm not even going to kill
That makes me feel so good, because it's also a very special song.
You will show me your Gold.
Yeah, so if you don't, shoot your shot with Miyoko, how are you going to reach that goal?
Right, don't leave her.
Okay, you got
me. Right, exactly.
I should.
Shoot that shot, actually.
I think he would be lucky to have.
Yeah, no, it's really
I feel like she believes in me so much.
I believe in yourself too, because we believe in our people. That's the truth.
Okay. We're here because we believe in people like you.
No, that's great. That's good, actually. So come on, shoot that shot.
Thank you. Yeah, and then to our final, what we want to know. What would you say so far, from everything A to B? When was that first song? March Poison. No, we're going way back. March Poison.
No, 2000. No,
what year was
March? That was. Oh no, you said that.
From the year
that she said when.
From the year that you put that song
2012.
together, from 2012 up until now.
2013. Not sure.
up until now.
Yeah.
Right?
But that doesn't count. Like
What? No, we're counting it. I'm counting it.
I mean, people really appreciated it.
Right? People like I even go on the radio.
You know the
Yes,
thing
it
about
does.
life that
Yes, it
sucks
does.
actually is like most people, your art is other people that appreciate it more than you.
Of course, art is meant to
You
be
just keep looking at it
I
and
guess trying
criticizing
to
it.
get me to play this song.
Please now.
So that you know.
Just beg. Yeah, please. Alright, so what would you say that you've learned? What is one thing, lessons that you've learned that you can pass to someone else?
Yes, like maybe some up and coming artists
doing
that are
what
watching
you're
this.
doing.
What am I?
No, never
You
still,
have-
like
you
I
have
mean,
a
there's some
couple years
things you
under
would
your
have learned
belt.
that
Yeah,
maybe somebody
you
just
know.
starting
Okay,
off
all
would
right.
need
So,
to hear.
what have I learned? I think that the one thing that I've learned is to not give up. I've learned to take breaks when I need to, like rest, and maybe the pressure is too much. But giving up is never an option because you don't know when that thing that you're waiting for will come to you, or when that situation just changes. And besides, you build muscles by like being consistent. So like you become a better person. So there's nothing to lose actually. Yeah. So
That's good actually.
So if you give up, now you
Now you
Oh,
lose
God.
you like
Sorry.
give up,
now you up.
Now you know actually basically.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, so but before we wrap this up, actually, do you have other interests, like other things that you do, like maybe on the side besides music?
No, that would be music.
That's your main.
Okay,
That's your
great
main.
That would be
business.
songwriting.
Yeah,
but,
Okay.
So do you
Do
have you
music.
ever written for? You
Yeah.
said you did for
Definitely.
Johnny. Yes, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
I'm supposed to be
Anyone
working
else
with-
apart from?
I'm actually.
You don't want to?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll respect that.
I can be a ghost.
Is there NDA or?
Yeah, ghostwriter stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's alright. That's alright.
No.
But yeah, and then I also run a songwriting community. So like the songwriters
Okay.
community, we like do challenges every month where like it's called 3 songs in 3 days. So you
Okay.
write. It's just a way of building your muscles so that when you're in a situation where you have to write fast,
Yeah.
you're used to
You're
it.
up
It's
to
not
the
like
task.
so that's something that.
Okay.
That's good actually. That's a really good.
Right, and also, so where can we find you? We know where to find
You
you.
can find me here.
Where can when you're not here with us, online, streaming platforms?
So
Let us know wherever you are.
My social media handles are at Cill across Cill, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at CILLSOUL. And then on Facebook it's Cill. If you search Cill, you'll find like you literally find
Right there.
all of my social media platform. And then on streaming platforms it's Cill. It's not Cill, it's CILL. And you'll find all my music, including my features that I am not proud of.
Wow, be proud of your art. People.
I mean, like the ones I'm not proud of, like from way back, you know.
No.
We're proud of.
When you got a catalog and you're like,
No, we're proud of everything. It's
Those
a journey.
very
It's a
days.
journey. It's a journey. You can see where
Yeah,
it
hasn't
started.
exactly sure what true still.
So CILL, you will see her on all streaming platforms,
That's
and we
right,
will
that's
see you on our next
episode of EPs and LPs.
Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Love. Bye.